Durango had a few surprises for us. Hi everyone, we are Lori and Rick. We travel part of the year in our Jayco Greyhawk motorhome. We enjoy discovering new places. There's more roads to travel on, so let's get started on this adventure. Time to visit the historic town of Durango, Colorado. We set up camp in Mancos at the Riverwood RV Resort, which is about 30 minutes from Durango. This is a really nice park. We had Site 26. It's a large back end with bushes on one side. Having the creek right at the back of our RV was really nice. It helps drown out any sounds of the road nearby. Durango, Colorado is a charming town with a rich history and has lots to offer. We enjoyed walking around the downtown area. Here are some of the things we checked out while visiting Durango. The Animas River had a few surprises for us. We rode the Durango train to Silverton. We enjoyed a visit through the Durango Museum that's located in downtown. We had a great night of entertainment at the Bar D Chuck Wagon. We spent 2 days at Mesa Verde National Park, which really was not enough time. We also went over and checked out the Four Corners Monument. There are 7 miles of multi-use paved trails along the Animas River. Just out of town is the Santa Rita Park. It's down by the river and a great place to start. Just off the parking lot is the Emma Sweeney train display. Believe it or not, this is a full-size model of a steam locomotive used for the movies. Have you ever seen the movie At Ticket to Tomahawk or Petticoat Junction? There's an interesting story about this train, and I'll leave a link down below if you want to check it out. Something else that we saw at the park that was a real surprise to us was people surfing on the river. It was interesting watching them paddle out, get on one of the waves created in the river, while also moving aside to let numerous rafts of people go by. There are many rafting companies in this area if you want to enjoy that sport. We noticed that before they got to these rapids that they had let the younger group of kids out of the boats just up the river. You could see that the adults in the boats were really having a good time. Some even looked over and waved at me as they went by.
These are 2 ladies doing the surfing.
You could tell that these 2 ladies definitely had it figured out. Next, we headed to the downtown area for some lunch and to visit the train depot and the train museum. My arms are too short for selfies. The Durango Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad Museum is a free museum and it's quite large. I recommend that you allow a couple hours to walk through it. This museum has numerous artifacts including steam locomotives, railroad cars, and a large collection of historical items donated by family and former railroad workers. It was fun seeing all the antique modes of transportation they used to use years ago. This was fun, getting to walk through an old passenger train. Yeah. Look at that, would you? That's not much room to sleep. Look at the seats up there. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Trainmen only.
Wow. A little desk in case you need to do your homework.
Yeah.
Do you believe in ghosts? Ooh. Wow. So they must have had mats that they put on these for sleeping.
Yep.
And they had drop-down ones.
Yep.
And oil lamps. Wow. Here's the kitchen. You bring your chickens along with you. So you have your fresh eggs. And your milk. And then they have a big, huge cook stove. These are the sinks. They're little tiny things. This would have been a real adventure to try to ride the train very far. I wonder if they use these also for seats during the daytime. The Four Corners Monument is located about an hour and a half from Durango. Here is where 4 states come together: Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and New Mexico. The monument is situated on the Navajo Nation land and is maintained by the Navajo Nation Parks and Recreation Department. There is an admission fee of $8 per person, and they only take credit cards. Children under age 6 and under are free. While you're there, you can shop at the Native American market that surrounds the monument. So if you like country music and a good chuck wagon style meal, then definitely check out the Bar D Chuck Wagon Dinner. The show is one of the longest running live music events in Durango. Here's some of what they have there. They have a playground area for those little tykes. They can also ride the loop around the short line railroad, or get on the wagon ride pulled by a vintage tractor. Check out the Western Art Gallery, shop the homemade leather goods, or head into the gift shop for those souvenirs. Don't forget to grab some of that homemade chocolate they have. For some more fun, check out the blacksmith shop and many more activities. There's a recording booth where the Wranglers play requests, and a cowboy chapel on site for weddings. Now let me take you around the park to show you what there is.
Look, they got a still.
Why is everybody laughing now? Where my heartstrings out and leaving. Shit.
For dinner, they have a large sitting area with picnic tables under a retractable cover, so rain is not an issue. But whenever possible, they open the retractable cover so you can dine underneath the stars and enjoy the country music. Now on with the show.
He's a two-time national flat pick champion as well as a Colorado Music Hall of Famer. We're just proudest of me to be up here on stage with him. It's so much fun. We're going to get him to do the cannonball rap. Give it up for Gary Cook.
Thanks,
Ride through timber when the day is done. My campfire sleep. Let me lie and dream. The timber trail. Timber.
Another day comes to an end, but this is not the end of our adventure. Stay tuned for 2 more videos. We still have a train ride on the Durango Silverton train and a trip over to Mesa Verde National Park. Stay tuned for those videos on More Roads to Travel On.